Hey y'all, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge, and oh boy do I have one for you today. This is the Microtech Ultratech. Let me start out by saying I was a little bit hesitant of doing a video review of the Ultratech because these things have been out for so long, there's so many videos on them, but I'm only aware of one other video of this particular version of the Ultratech. This is the you see there the LEO, law enforcement officer version of the Ultratech. So we'll get into that in a little while with the review. So let me get my standard stuff out of the way here. Let's start out with some size comparisons. Let's compare it to my standard tube, Benchmade 940 Osborne, and where'd it go? There it is. The Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And then let's get it out here against one other OTF. The only other OTF I have, the HK Hadron. So, yeah, there we go. Alright, now getting into specifications with this thing. It is 8.5 inches overall length with a 3.125 inch cutting edge. This particular one is a Tanto edge. Satin finish on that blade. It is, let's see if I can get it in here. There we go. 204 CTS 204 piece steel. Aluminum handles, bead blast steel pocket clip, glass breaker on the end here. Right hand, I think it's right hand only. You know, I don't really know. That is a good question. I don't know if this is right hand only or if it looks like maybe this pocket clip could be switched over to left hand orientation. Looks like it could be. I don't know for sure though, to be honest with you. Well, anyway, it is like I said with the review on this one, I guess technically it's tip down only because it's tipped down in your pocket. So yeah. Let's see, double action. It's automatic, of course, so make sure you know your local laws before you go, buying one like this, okay? So it is an automatic. It is a double action OTF. Made in USA. As a matter of fact, just the next state over from me, I'm in South Carolina. These are made in North Carolina. Let's see. I guess that's about it as far as specifications, so let me get into the review of this one. As I said earlier, I was kind of hesitant to do a review of the Ultratech because they've been out for so long. There's been so many variations of them. There's been so many video reviews done of them. But in researching this particular one, I only really found one other video of this particular version. This is the law enforcement officer version of the Ultratech, as you can see from the LEO. Come on, focus. My focus is giving me a hard time. There we go. As you can see from the LEO on there, you can also see it was manufactured in April of this year. And if you're unaware, Microtech, I'm going to try and do this one-handed because I'm trying to pull it up on my phone with my other hand. Microtech has a service personnel, what am I trying to say? A service personnel program where if you are, hang on guys, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. If you are a military, police officer, firefighter, EMS, Microtech has a program where they sell you their knives for a discounted price. And I'm trying to get that pulled up for you off camera over here. And let me just say, it is very well worth looking into if you fall under those categories. I actually got 2 knives from them through that program. It's a really cool thing that Microtech does for us military. Well, I'm not military, but first responder. For military and us first responders. Here we go. So, see, law enforcement, military, rescue. And these are, you only have certain knives that you have a choice between. There's the one I got, that's the law enforcement officer version. There's the fire EMS, and there's the military. And you can get them all in either plain or serrated edges. You can also get, see there, here we go again. You can also get the LUDT, which is this other one. Ooh, you saw my face there, didn't you? Oh well. Which is also this other one that I got here. You can get those in both plain. I'm gonna have to do like Nick Shabazz and start wearing some kind of superhero mask in both plain and, come on, focus. There we go. In both plain and serrated edges. So that's actually how and I'll leave a link for that in the bottom too. That's actually how I got this one. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid because Microtech doesn't put it out there openly. They want you to contact them first, and then they send you like a price list. But let me say, if you're military first responder, it is a really good discount. Okay, so it's definitely well worth looking into if you're wanting one of these. So to my knowledge, the only thing that differentiates this Ultratech from the law enforcement officer version Ultratech from any of the other standard Ultratechs is the fact that it has the LEO marking on it there, and the fact that it's two different colors. You got your blue face with the black backside here. Okay, so to my knowledge, that's the only difference between the two. But this is a absolutely sweet OTF. Before I had this one, this was the only OTF that I had, and this is a nice OTF. It really is. But after having one of these now, I understand why why Microtech is revered as the kind of gold standard for OTF knives. This thing is just absolutely wonderful. The fit and finish, the attention to details, the construction, everything is just absolutely spot on. The action is fast and just smooth but snappy, and yeah, I don't really want to quite call it jimping. It's not quite jimping, but the texturing, we'll call it that, on the button here just gives you absolutely wonderful purchase to be able to open and close. It's just, there are no unintentional rough edges, okay? And I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. I don't mean anything bad by that. But where the two sides meet up is just smooth, seamless. And what I meant by no unintentional rough edges is the jimping on this thing is aggressive. And it's actually, I like it. It's actually more aggressive than I thought it was. If you see here, come on, focus. Don't do me like that today. If you see here where there's one that has a flat on it and the others don't, I thought, before purchasing one, okay, I'd never held one before, actually, before purchasing this one. I thought that all of these ridges were like that, and I was thinking, oh man, this thing's going to have a kind of questionable grip to it because of that. But no, the jimping on the edges of this thing are all in the right places, and they hold on. It's aggressive. So yeah, it's got a good strong pocket clip, a really strong pocket clip. Okay, I got to do some wearing in with this thing. Absolutely beautiful color, beautiful design. I'm not typically a fan of Tanto edges, but that's the only option you have with the Service Personnel Program knives. But I don't know, here lately I've found myself, they're starting to grow on me, and this knife certainly helped with that. This knife was absolutely razor sharp. 204p steel, which is nothing to complain about. 204p it's not commonly used. Microtech uses it, but it's not a very common steel. But based on my research, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I've done some brief research on it. It appears to be in about the same class as your Bowler M390, and I think 20 CV is another one that it was compared to. So an absolutely wonderful steel. Let's see. Do I have anything to complain about with this? Yeah, and it's, depending on what kind of person you are. I hear you, Alexa. I hear you. Depending on what kind of person you are, the screws on this thing, as you can see, are a proprietary style. You actually have to purchase a bit specifically for these aftermarket, and tend to pay a unreasonable amount for them in order to, if you ever wanted to do your own maintenance on this knife, which I wouldn't recommend with this one. For one, it's an OTF. You can, if you don't know what you're doing, you can mess up an OTF real easily. And for two, Microtech has an awesome warranty program. So please send it into them, because if you open it yourself, I'm pretty sure with a Microtech, that voids your warranty. So, it's kind of a complaint that I can't, go out in my shop and get a bit to open it myself and take care of it. But then on the other hand, this is such a high quality, finely tuned piece of machinery here that if something catastrophic were to happen, I would send it into Microtech, okay? Let them handle it for me. Another complaint that I have is this pocket clip. I don't know what the deal is with the shape of this pocket clip. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't cause any issue, but I don't like it. Why couldn't it be just some kind of a, for one, why couldn't it be a deep carry? Why couldn't this be, raised to allow a deep carry? But then, why has it got to go up here and then have this little dip in it? And then, but whatever. If, it's one of those things where I question the design of it, but then on the other hand, that is a Microtech pocket clip. That's one of those things where, from a distance, someone that knows stuff about knives can look at your pocket clip and say, oh, that guy's carrying a Microtech, okay? So yeah, that's really the only complaints I have about it. So I don't know. I feel like I'm not raving enough about this knife, because it's absolutely wonderful. If you saw, I'm going to release these two at about the same time, so I don't know which one's going to be first and which one's going to be second. Okay, but if you've seen my review on this, I can tell you I'd recorded this one first. Okay, so if you've seen my review on this one, you can see in that one where I say that this is a great OTF, but it is in a different world from this one. This one is actually only about $40 or $50 less than this one, but just the quality that you get for that extra, the fit and finish that you get with that extra, it's amazing that, this one's a good one, this one's a wonderful one, okay? So yeah, on the regular, let's get into price. So on the regular retail market, your standard Microtech with the Tanto edge and satin finish, all that stuff goes, at least on Blade HQ right now. That's where I do most of my knife shopping. Okay, so that's going to be my go-to for pricing. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Standard retail pricing on this one is about $280. Now I will say that is not what I paid for this. But would I? if Microtech stopped doing their, dang, my thing's dirty here. Sorry, y'all. If Microtech stopped doing their service personnel program, would I buy another one of these at that retail price? That's a chunk of money, but yeah, I probably would eventually. Okay, these are absolutely wonderful OTFs. They're the gold standard for OTFs for a reason, guys. It's just, you know, I know there's nicer ones out there, and they cost a whole lot more, okay? But, yeah, this is just absolutely wonderful. Microtech has an absolutely awesome warranty. So, you know, if something were to happen to this one where for some reason their warranty wouldn't take care of it, I would definitely replace it. Now, I have the advantage of being able to do that through the service personnel program. But like I said, if that program were to stop or something like that, I would still replace this at the full retail with another Ultratech. Okay, so yeah, if you are looking to get into the world of OTFs, and you don't quite want to spend $300 on one, there are cheaper options. Okay, this one would be one. This is HK Hadron. It's just under 250. Okay, so I mean, that's still 250 bucks. Okay, but yeah, but if you wanna dive in head first and get you a good quality OTF, as a matter of fact, I would even recommend, if you want to get into the world of OTFs, you know, spend the extra 40 or 50 bucks and get you daggum, an Ultratech over this. Okay, not that this is a bad knife, okay, but you know, if you're someone that's already got some OTFs, chances are you've probably already got an Ultratech. But if you don't for some reason, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? Go get you an Ultratech. Like I said, my complaints about them were minimal. It's you know, complaining about nothing really. Ever since I got this one, it has now replaced this one in my pocket at work. Okay, it's just a wonderful, wonderful knife. At the price I paid for it, I would absolutely get another one. Even if that program with Microtech were to go away, I would still get another one. My wife's wanting one, so you know, maybe she'll be getting one here, you know, within the next few months or so. I don't know, but yeah, go get you one. If you've got the nearly $300 to drop on an OTF, absolutely. I cannot recommend one of these any higher than I am. They're absolutely wonderful, wonderful OTFs. So thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my Instagram. It's at Palmetto Edge. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.